Welcome to this short video on how to use really simple movements of your feet and your legs to reduce your symptoms of anxiety. So you're probably here because you've downloaded my free ebook, and I'm going to try and make this tie in as much as possible with what I've written in the ebook, but it might be slightly different, but it's pretty much the same things. All right, so I'm going to go stand over there so you can see my whole body, and I'll explain to you why we would use the bodies and movements when you've got anxiety. So if you think about it, when you have anxiety, when I have anxiety, it's racing thoughts, I get tightness in my chest, my heart's going, pretty much everything, all my awareness is up here. And sometimes I've even really kind of left the building. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the muscles of your legs and your feet to give sensory information to your brain, like, hey, I'm here, come back into your body. So let's start off just by becoming really aware of your feet on the floor. So you can do this in shoes, you can do it with your socks off. I've got socks on because it's cold, it's winter here in Queensland. I know, it's not really very cold, but anyway. But ideally, you can feel the floor through whatever you're wearing on your feet, or you can feel the inside of your shoes. And we have thousands and thousands of nerve endings on the bottom of our feet. So there are some for pressure. So let's rock forwards and back. So just onto your toes a little bit, onto your heels a little bit, and sense that pressure as you roll through your feet. So keep breathing for me. I know when we're anxious, we stop breathing. So just take your awareness to your breathing. Just remind yourself to breathe. I'll remind you throughout this video. So just rocking forwards and back. And notice the pressure as you roll through different parts of your feet. If you fall over, doesn't matter. And now let's come to a halt and notice the temperature of the floor underneath you. So maybe you're on carpet and it feels nice and warm, but I can feel the coldness of the tiles. So temperature is another one of the sensory nerves that we have on the bottom of our feet. Also, you can sense textures, different textures. So I can sense the tiles and the grout as I roll my feet over. So maybe if you're on grass, that gives a lot of sensory input. So it's taking your brain's awareness away from worry, back down to the physical sensations you can feel. So let's try something else. So feet hip width apart, let's just bend and straighten your legs. So not even a full squat. In fact, you could be quite comfortably doing this in the queue at Starbucks or wherever you are, and no one would really know what you're doing. They just think you're moving a little bit. But what we're going to do is bend and straighten. And as you do this, sense the muscles in your legs that are working. The reason we're not going down too low is because we don't want to take you into kind of exertion. We actually want to calm your nervous system. So let's breathe out as you go down, and then breathe in as you come up. Breathing in. You could be doing this if you've taken yourself to the toilets at work. You can be doing this at home. Doesn't matter if you change your breathing around. Try it. See which way you prefer. Now let's also try shaking your hands. This is another really quick way of becoming more embodied. So if you've left your body, you want to get back into your body. So shaking your hands and your arms. And let's step your feet. So this is probably not one you want to do in the middle of the office. But you're just going to get a lot of blood flow. You're going to get a lot of information going to your brain. All right, now come to a halt and just sense what's going on in your body. I can feel the blood flowing and like a zinging feeling in my arms. I can feel my feet. I can feel my legs. So this is what we want. We want to be able to feel our body. I can feel my heart racing a little bit, but not because I'm worried, but because I've just exerted my body. So let's calm down a little bit. Now my next favorite pose is called the waterfall. And if you think about water just cascading off a cliff, It's actually just a standing forward bend. So I'll do it sideways so you can see what I'm doing. So feet hip width apart, knees soft, just off lock. And we're going to break from your hips, not from your waist. And I've put some cushions on the floor here, so if you can't reach the floor, you can always just put something on the floor to put your hands on, so you're not kind of wafting around in space. The aim is to relax when you get down there. So let's break from your hips, soften your knees, and just then reach down towards the ground. So if you can reach the ground, great. If you can't, just put your hands on some handy cushions or books or whatever you've got handy. And if you don't have anything, you can always just put your hands on your shins. Now the aim of this is to let your head really go, head and neck. So you might want to do some no's and some yeses, just to let everything hang down. So your head is lower than your heart. You'll feel all the blood rushing to your head. Feel the heaviness of your head. You might feel a stretch as well up the back of your legs. You can bend your knees as much as you like. So let's breathe in through our nose and then gentle sigh out through the mouth. Breathing in. So when you come up, we're going to come up slowly because we want our blood pressure to equalize. So push your heels down into the floor. Pull your belly button to your spine to protect your lower back. Bend your knees. Push your heels into the floor and allow your vertebrae to stack one after the other, nice and slowly. Head, shoulders come up last. And then just soften your knees and hang out here for a minute. Notice your breathing. Notice, I've got my knees soft. Notice your legs. Notice any other physical sensations you can feel in your body. And notice if that did anything for you. Maybe that calmed you down. So I would love to hear from you. So I think I put my email address at the end of the workbook. So I would love to hear back from you whether this helps you or not. I've got other free videos on my resources page on my website. So I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye.